Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen. Today we have a reading for you about somebody that has some pretty serious emotions because the first card that came out is engagement. And so this could be somebody who has been thinking about taking a pretty significant step in a relationship. Or for some of you, this is because, of course, this is the general reading. For some of you, this is more so like I'm ready to commit and actually be exclusive or express that I have fallen in love. But we have a major step forward in this connection that I feel is kind of like inspired or like egged on, nudged, in part facilitated by a friend or like a third party, right? Somebody who's like, come on, you know you wanna, which, we all have friends like that. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Not just a little. Happy Friday. How we doing? I hope you're all having a good day so far. Let's see. I think we've got everything sorted as far as personal readings. Thank you for the request. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes and checking out my second channel, which is all down below. Let's dive in with the beginner's tarot. See what else we've got. World in the reverse and the Two of Swords in the reverse. Somebody has decided this is not over. There's been a situation that has had, intermittent or no contact. I do feel like someone got caught up in a cycle or in a pattern of behavior, and it's been a little bit difficult for them to get out of it. It could be a really hectic work schedule. It could be a really difficult family life. But it got to the point where they looked around and they asked themselves, why am I dealing with like kind of superficial things when I'd rather be elsewhere? I'd rather be, hanging out with someone else. So we have somebody that's making plans. And it's in part because they talk to somebody about this. I don't feel like they talk about you to a lot of people. There's a little bit of a struggle here. I do feel like we have some cynicism or maybe even a determination to remain independent. This is probably an individual that could be described as a bit of a lone wolf. I do feel like they're very strong. They may not necessarily feel that way at times, but they've gone through some pretty significant setbacks or difficult betrayals that over time they have learned from, they have grown from. But it's kind of like, if you play a video game and you beat the boss, are you gonna play it 18 more times, or are you gonna get a different game? I mean, like, I'm sure I'm not a gamer, you guys, so like, please, you can tell me I'm wrong. But I feel like generally the idea is you beat the game, you go get a different game. This person feels like they've gotten what they can out of this particular arrangement, situation. They might feel like they're kind of like surrounded by people that don't know how to communicate. We've got the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Swords in the reverse. There's a release that's happening, a decision to do something a little bit out of the ordinary. I'm looking at that Two of Pentacles as somebody trying to make a decision, but this is clarifying the world in the reverse. And the next card over is the Two of Swords in the reverse, which is decisiveness. Somebody realizes now exactly what they want, and what the cost is, what the requirement is, what they need to do. Yeah. Out with the old and with the new. Hi, Dr. Emery. Hello, Ancestral Guidance. Hello, Lightheart Alchemist and Redbeard. How are we doing? Valid. We've got the Nine of Swords and the Tower in reverse with the Six of Pentacles. I mean, for me, this trio is basically asking yourself, why am I worried about how it will be received that I'm leaving or that I'm making this choice or that I'm changing things by people who haven't really like demonstrated any kind of loyalty to me? Why am I avoiding changing something and being stressed about it over people that don't return the same sentiment as me? I feel like this is somebody who is more generous with their friends and family than the friends and family are with them. You know what I mean? There could be a little bit of like codependency or even like outright just kind of like, I don't know, financial abuse. All right, we're going to go with the situations deck. It was only a matter of time. Did I say hello to Dr. Strangelove? Passion. I feel like what you said, Dr. Strangelove, has to be somewhat. Yeah, okay, is fantastic Fortunato, or is that like, to me, that's like fortunate, right? Is it Italian? Hi, Angel, how are you? All right. Oh, I like this. Okay, whoever you are. For now, I'm going to call you Strength. You have potentially got Leo in your chart, or you have become enlightened. You see things differently, right? Poison in the reverse. You're like, not for me. Thanks, but no. Do you have anything that you totally are not a fan of that everyone else is obsessed with? Like for me, it's like coffee. Everyone's obsessed with coffee, and I'm over here like Dr. Pepper in it or sweet tea. And I always chuckle a little bit at like coffee culture because like I'm completely oblivious. Like I could make coffee. I don't think I'm horrible at it, but there have definitely been times where it was like an episode of I Love Lucy where I'm like, oh God, did I not put the grounds in? Oh, did I spill it? I'm not the best at coffee. This is like somebody being like, you know what? You go ahead. You drink your coffee. You do that. I'm gonna order an Italian soda. I used to get the weirdest looks. So I would go on like, meetings, like sales meetings. And often it would be like probably the best call to offer coffee. And then, we'd get there and it's usually somebody that I haven't seen in a long time or somebody that I've just met for the first time, right? And then they order their coffee. And then I'm like, I'll take a Dr. Pepper. I'm pretty sure right at that moment, like 60% of the people are like, oh, I can't buy from this person. I can't trust somebody that doesn't drink coffee. All right. So we've got some intuitive feelings coming through for somebody after they have released a situation they know just doesn't taste right. It's not their cup of tea. Okay, you guys? Hi, Peggy. Yep, I feel it. Commitment in the reverse. This is for me, like, I don't know why I'm staying. I don't have a lease. I don't have a relationship. I don't have a contract. There's nothing that is keeping me here. There's somebody that feels like they really could just choose whatever they want. If they're at a crossroads or like, one of those weird ones where there's like 6 streets converging into one, Looking at you, Chicago. I don't even know what that intersection is. I'm picturing one in particular. I'm like, how do you bastards even do this? Ow. Why? There's somebody here who's like, okay, I'm gonna go wherever I want. I can do whatever I feel like doing because I don't have anything tying me to this toxic environment. Now, we had the settlement card come out. So for some of you, this is literally somebody who has ended a marriage, ended a lease, sold a house, quit a job, maybe even inherited some money, and that enables them to feel more at liberty to make a new decision, right? A new choice. Dr. Emery, okay, I have a funny story for you then. I've actually purchased 2 French presses. So I can still qualify as like trustworthy, right? So we have love affair in the reverse and synchronicities. I don't know if this is necessarily as physical or sexual as what this card is expressing. The love affair card in the reverse really feels to me more so like somebody is disillusioned or over it, you know? I feel a little guilty saying this because I will always adore Minneapolis. I will always adore Minnesota. I'm a Minnesota girl at heart, for sure. Even though I'm an Iowa Hawkeyes fan. I could not stand another winter. I had had enough, like decades, okay, of like, if we're fair, do we call it like 5 months of winter, 6 months of winter? Like there was literally a day in May that I specifically recall, like May 5th or something, where we got snow, or maybe even later in the month. I think the record was like June, they got snow. I ain't about it. At least not anymore. I love you, Minnesota. You are gorgeous this time of year. I would be there right now in a heartbeat if I could. Like really. But like, you know, at some point you're just kind of like, I'm ready for something different. Maybe you want to be by the ocean. Maybe you want to be in the middle of the city. Maybe you want to have a view of the mountains. Maybe you want to be on a river. Who knows? But we have somebody that's getting signs that like, this is probably the end of this chapter for me. This is not where I want to be anymore, or this is not what I want to be doing anymore. This is the Golden Lenormand. Hi, Key Controller. How are you doing? The Netherlands? That's pretty rad. I need to go back. I only spent like 36 hours there, which is obviously not enough time. It was just a layover, sadly. And same thing with Denmark. I just saw the really beautiful airport in Copenhagen. Should I say Copenhagen? I feel like y'all like the long A as much as Minnesotans do. So we've got number 18 and number 28. We have somebody who's very loyal. Somebody who knows what they want. And I feel like what they want the most right now is somebody who returns this loyalty. If I can't trust you, I'm not going to invest in terms of like getting to know you. If there's no trust, there's really no futures where this person's kind of settled, right? Cowboy hats and tumbleweeds. Indeed, Redbeard. Ooh, Cali. I do miss Cali. I haven't been there in years. I used to go all the time. I fell in love with Santa Barbara. Like, totally fell in love. In fact, one of my favorite jackets that I used one time, even though it's got holes in it, totally bought it in Santa Barbara. Anyways, look at us. Another card that represents strength. So whoever you are, the person I'm reading for, you are indeed stronger than you think. Or maybe realizing, you know what? I'm actually kind of a badass. This is like, you know, when you have to run the mile at the school and like actually do decent and you don't die at the end. I hated running a mile. Like, I'm not a natural runner. Maybe if you put like cheese and like I have to chase it, that would probably work. Or wings. I don't know. Wings wouldn't be as good after like 5 minutes. Hello, Kalila. How are you? Hello, Atala. How's your day? So look, because somebody has demonstrated strength, a commitment to the right kind of way of living for them, authenticity, right? This person has luck on their side. This person has, it's like if life is a game of bowling, the universe just gave you bumpers, baby. So like, rack up some points, get after it. Don't just sit there and drink a beer. That would be wasteful. I'm not telling you to go play the lottery, okay? But I'm telling you you're lucky. Like if this were a text conversation right now, I would be sending you that meme, or not really meme, like GIF, what do we call it? When Jim Carrey and he's got like the cash, you know, spread out, like feeling lucky. Hello, Sierra. How we doing today? I don't know. I've heard people say GIF and GIF. I think it's supposed to be GIF, but it just kind of sounds weird, you guys. But look, remember we talked about a friend early on? Let your friends help you was the second card that came out. There's somebody in this community. There's somebody that this strength individual, should we call them the bear? It's a good TV show. I haven't watched it, but I've heard a lot about it. I really want to watch it. We're going to call you the bear. Look, you've got somebody who has an answer to your question or a piece of information that would be helpful. Or this person just tells you, will you just do it already? And that's helpful too. Whatever it is, there's somebody you know that calls you out and says, you're the bear. You should be able to like attack. Right? There you go. Ooh. By the way, I'm mostly Norwegian, so I get real excited. Rachel knows this. I get real excited about anything to do with like Scandinavia. Do you guys know what rose mauling is? I would love to learn how to do that. It's like painted wood, usually floral, I believe. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Super Norwegian. I want to learn how to do it. Okay. Anyways, we're going to grab another deck. We're going to go with the Nightmare Before Christmas. Do you want to know why? Because it's spooky season. I'm just a bear looking for snacks. All right, that's the comment of the day right there. I like it. What's up, Tiana? How are you? Ooh. Yes. Hold, please. Let us. I have like a sticker that sits against it, so I get to move-ish. See? Isn't she pretty? Just Freya. So she stares me down and keeps me honest during these readings, you guys. She's like, come on now. Give them the message they need, Carmen. And then just for like giggles, I'm going to show you guys this too. We also have Isis. I have a video that's like super old, probably like 2.5 years. Maybe, well, yeah, no, probably that. Yeah, that is in my old apartment, but I show you what's on my table. It's not accurate anymore. I've definitely added things like this bottom of some kind of container, I don't know, that I found in the lake here. Here, I'm gonna get this out. But like, look how thick that glass is. They don't make that. They don't make it like that anymore. So it holds some of my special stuff. Little stones. And hold on, is this a kroner? I'm gonna die. It might be. Or is this Mexican? You guys, I can't tell. Anyways, monies. All right. I'm back. Hello, Chanlo. How are you doing? They are. All right. We've got 8 of candles, which is the 8 of wands. And the King of Potions, which is the King of Cups. Anyone want to take a little stab at it? Okay, so this is amusing to me because the first thing, of course, I think most people would notice about this card is, you know, like, first of all, banging hair, but like big mouth, right? I think we've got somebody that is kind of like they have a reputation for giving you their opinion, even though you maybe didn't ask for it. I try real hard not to be that type because I don't want to be that person. But we also need those kind of people, right? I always appreciate it when I have, you know, friends that care enough for me to call me on my ish. I think we have somebody saying, hey, I can tell you have some emotions there, King of Potions. Maybe you should actually not bottle up your emotions anymore. Get it? Get it? Potions in a bottle? Maybe you should actually talk about it because this person, they know how to talk. They know how to communicate. This is somebody who's very direct. They're like, I'll tell you how it is. You won't ever have to guess. You'll know exactly where you stand with me. So this person is talking to this King of Cups and they're like, come on. Just like speak your truth, man. Doesn't have to be a man. Just go with the King of Cups. Remember, we don't read for gender here. We just read for awesome. But this piece of advice is really impactful. For some of you, it's like the straw that breaks the camel's back, right? Finally, somebody's like, yeah, you're right. Empress in the reverse. And Emperor in the reverse. Okay. I need my statistician. This is wild. Okay. So these are divine counterparts, right? Normally, we really love to see these two together, even if they're like different decks and like miles apart, right? They came out together like this. I just wish they were in the upright. Do you know what this tells me? Hello there, Shane. How are you? Hello, Hayden. Hello. Did I say hello to Key Controller? I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember. This tells me that it's like, no, you say something first. No, you. No, I don't want to. Me either. But it's your turn. No, I don't feel like it. And this like third party over here, this buddy is like, will you guys grow up? Like, come on. You're not 12, but like, hey, look at you pulling it off. You convinced me. Will one of you just say something, please? I feel like this duo coming out together in the reverse is both parties denying the connection. Maybe not consistently. It might be, depends on the day you catch me. One day I think you're great. I think you are the bee's knees. I want to like, you know, dance in the kitchen with you. And the next day I think you're wasting my time. So we have this like inconsistency in this connection because of this distance, because of this elephant in the room, this thing that needs to be talked about. And I don't know who you are, Eight of Wands, but I like you because you just calling people out like, we will grow up, please. We don't have time for that. And nobody got time for that. What's up, GP? Broseph. Hello. Did I say hello to Khalil yet? Hello, Princess. How's it going? Hello, Holy Yoga. Hello, Robert. That's what's up. All right. I love this. I mean, what's not to love about this card? So this is a secret, but look at the similarities. You know what? You're right. Why should I keep this to myself? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to take a chance. Am I going to look like a weirdo, or am I going to feel like a loser? Am I maybe going to get rejected? Am I maybe going to be like regretting this? Probably not. I think this person is like, full send. We're doing it. But they needed that little nudge, I think. They needed that little like, will you stop? I want to like shake this person's hand and like give them a high five for calling people out. Now, keep in mind, this is calling out both these people. So I do feel like both sides of the connection feel like there's something they would like to apologize for or would like to clear the air on. I just feel like there's like a need to chat, and it's been like really impacting somebody's ability to sleep at night. We have the Knight of Potions, which is the Knight of Cups in the reverse. No regrets. Look, somebody is a little irritated. Like even just how I like mess with my hair just there. You know how sometimes people fidget when they're like trying not to rip your head off? I feel like this is what somebody expects to find when they have a conversation. And I don't know if that's accurate. Okay, so this is clarifying the Six of Pentacles. Our person who is being nudged to communicate, the bear, if you will, this person feels like when they come back around and they say what they need to say and express their love, that there's a real good chance that whatever energy they put out into this connection that, you know, left things unspoken or unfinished, or maybe they ghosted, maybe they lied. They feel like, what if you just do the same thing right back to me? What if you do me like I did you? So that's a valid concern, I suppose. But I think this Eight of Wands individual is like, you gonna let that stop you? Are you really that scared of it? So you're scared of your own medicine. You're scared of how you treat other people. That's probably why you're in this situation to begin with. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. If you have gone around and avoided emotional connections that would have really benefited you and made you happy just for the sake of, you know, avoidance or fear, then the universe is going to put you smack dab in the middle of a situation where you have to admit that to yourself, where you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, I broke some hearts. I messed with some people. I did not do right by them. And I think it's like a core component of this person's journey to be put in a situation where they fear that they'll get that treatment. So they understand, okay, maybe I could communicate more clearly. Maybe I don't need to be so secretive, right? The Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, this is like, look, you have almost lost everything, or you have almost lost this battle. you know, we could probably, since this is right ahead of it, we could probably leave right now and make it work. For some of you, this person who's a friend is like, you want to go on a road trip? I'll go with you. What is it, like 2 hours away? Let's go. There's somebody here who's like, I'm sick of hearing you talk about it. 5 of Candles in the reverse. Queen of Potions in the reverse. We've got people stuck in their minds trying to figure out what should happen instead of talking. Hello, Ancien. How are you doing? Unfinished symphony is a good way to put it. Look, this is like, I'm afraid of love. I'm afraid of rejection. So I will choose rejection for myself. I don't want to get hurt by other people. So I will hurt myself and other people. This is a hot take. I don't like it. Look, if you want to be a badass, my definition is you do not have to worry about fear preventing you from direct communication. That to me is like a real solid indicator of someone being a badass. I might disagree with you. I might be saying something you don't want to hear. I might be calling myself out. I might have a completely unpopular opinion, but you know what? I'm going to say it firmly. I'm going to look you in the eyes and you're going to know that I mean what I say. I'm not going to be wishy-washy. I'm not going to flip, whatever it is, right? You talk like that, people will think you're a badass. I think this person is finally realizing a different definition of strength, a different definition of like who they want to be. Tower in the reverse. We had that in the same position up here. This person's made a decision. So I think this friend was pretty helpful. All right, this is the Black Tarot. Thank you for the compliment, Ancien. If there are 3 things I need in this world to be a happy person, it's probably Dr. Pepper, cheese, and Christmas lights. Probably also cats. Can we include cats? I just don't have a cat right now, so I can't specifically name one. But yeah, I would include cats if I can. We could replace cheese. I like cats better. Just, you know, I figure I probably have to eat at some point, right? I thought I lost one. Okay. Ooh, low. That's a good sign. You want to know the truth? I'll tell you the truth. I probably should have said this to you a while ago. I was a little nervous about it. I feel like this person has to get like a little like worked up. Like, I don't know, maybe they listen to a motivational speaker. Maybe they listen to a song that like they like to work out to. But I feel like this person has to get like, okay, I'm ready. There's a serious concern that they have waited too long or lost the affections of this person. Queen of Cups in the reverse. What am I going to do if I find out that this person doesn't love me anymore? Did I say hello to Cool Girl? Hello, Cool Girl. Pump up the jam. Pump it up. Lucas, you're wild. Yo, but really though, some of the best movie or best songs came from like 80s and 90s. Just saying. High Priestess in the reverse. Okay. I would like to have a word with you, Mr. or Mrs. Bear. or Ms. Bear, whatever you go by. Bear, the Honorable. This is you. Now you look way better like this, okay? You see that? Do you see that? Pulling it off. Not like this. I don't like this. Do you want to know why? Because it's saying you got the message and then you ignored it. Can we just talk about how weird it is that this was the clarifying card? Wait, it came out this way first. I pulled the card that talks about intuition and telepathy and got synchronicities. If this is an actual divine connection, we have potentially got some interesting ways you two communicate, maybe through dreams, songs, right? Songs are called out. Well, I think dreams too. But you're over here like, can't hear you. What is that from? I hope it's not super offensive. I can't place it. But you're just like, nah, don't think so. Nope. Oh, okay. You too good to listen to your intuition? Why on my channel? Look, this person had a little bit of somebody shaking them into, I don't know, clarity. Like, what are you doing? And this person is realizing, you know what? You're right. Because whatever they say is validation of the intuition or the messages they've already been receiving. All right, we have the King of Cups. This person could have Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio in their chart. I just think for most of you, this is somebody who's real in their feels. Okay, this is not for everyone, but it's going to mean something to at least a couple of you. The song Sailing. I feel like the guy who sings it might be called Chris. Sailing. What is it? Sailing away. I don't know, you guys. I've only ever heard that song like maybe 3 times. It's important for somebody out there for you. Christopher Cross. Thank you, Peggy. You're the best. That's important for somebody. We just need to deal with some insecurity here. This person has the emotions. They have, I think, the strength, right? Because we got them coming out as the bear. So you really just need to get that confidence. You're the bear. Come on. Come on. Maybe play that song, Pump It Up. Or I'm Too Sexy. Maybe that would be a good one. I don't know. I don't know if the sexiness is what gets you with this one. It's the honesty, really. I think this is just a little bit of nerves that somebody has to figure out how to address. And once they do, then we get the Knight of Cups and the upright, which is, okay, I'm ready to do this now. Look, we got somebody on a horse. They're traveling. Maybe they're galloping. Hello, Jennifer. How are you doing? And the Knight of Swords. Okay. Remember I said maybe they're galloping? That was a little validation there. Yeah, no, they're coming to make an offer, but they also don't feel like they can like stop at rest stops or, you know, do some thrifting. Hold on, I really want to go to this restaurant that's like 2 hours out of the way. Have you ever traveled with somebody like that? I just can't. I mean, food is a really good reason to drive out of the way, but like we got to keep it down like an hour or less, okay? We have the moon and the reverse. Okay. I feel like, Bear, whoever you are viewing your love interest as having not so great motives. And I'm just going to call you out real quick. Please don't hate me, but I feel like you're projecting your own previous behavior onto this person. I don't know that they're going to act the way that you expect them to. And I feel like you would know this is true because you've already expected them to act certain ways and they have not done what you expect. Like they're already an outlier. They're already different than what you expect. So stop trying to predict their behavior. Stop it. Ten of Swords in the reverse. This is a card that talks about recovery. So I do feel like at the very least, we have the very strong potential for forgiveness, burying the hatchet, however you want to call it, right? Leaving this in the past, resolving it, because we have an apology. And I do feel like it's genuine. Hi, Pharaoh. How are you? All right. And then we've got the King of Spheres, which is the King of Pentacles. Alrighty then. So look, for the Bear or the King of Cups individual, you're coming out as the King of Spheres or the King of Pentacles as well. And this is obviously a big old tree. Some of you will do better in terms of your confidence or your courage if you spend time in nature before you have this conversation. Go sit by a lake. Go touch a tree. Put your bare feet in the grass. Skip some rocks. Do some cartwheels in the grass. Whatever it is, you go out there and you get a little handsy with nature. I'm serious though. Go spend some time in nature. Just like a little bit of a Zen moment, because I feel like you just have some nerves. And if you do that, if you breathe in the fresh air, if you maybe hear, waves or see a river flowing, you'll be a little bit better. Okay. Hello, Robbie. How are you doing? Hello, Seth. Super not. I like that. Oh, you might be late, but don't worry. I'll be back later. All right, let's get a few more. I would like Golden Girls. All right. We have, okay, so this is interesting. This deck is erroneous. It says 6 at the top, but it says the Magician at the bottom. Anybody who knows tarot knows this is really the Lover's card. But it says the Magician on it because of a printing typo, I'm sure, or mistake. Because we have somebody that is manifesting a connection. We have the Queen of Swords in the reverse and the 5 of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so this is interesting. There is somebody from the past that is trying to manifest one of these people, i.e. a third party. This is not our 8 of Wands who's encouraging and supportive of this connection and wants to see these two be happy. This is somebody from the past, probably an ex. I feel like this person knows if these two do resolve their problem, they'll be together for a long time. So this Queen of Swords in the reverse is hoping to do something to create instability. So you could have somebody that is like inserting themselves into the conversation or reaching out like by text message or social media to try to lie about a situation. Empress in the reverse. This could also be part of the reason we have the Bear or King of Cups energy viewing their love interest as likely to be emotionally manipulative because they have been dealing with somebody who is emotionally manipulative. If you have enough of those relationships, it's hard not to expect that from a lot of people. I want you to challenge yourself if that resonates for you. Think about how you want relationships to go. Think about how you pick up on those behaviors from people. How do they speak? What tone do they use? How do they respond to you? There are a lot of different ways to pick up on whether or not somebody is genuine. How do they treat their family? How do they treat servers? You know what I mean? When's the last time they mistreated somebody on an airplane? It's been 7 years. Leave me alone. Just kidding. We have Temperance. And Knight of Swords. So there is fast moving energy towards a resolution or working things out. Temperance is like peace, but it's also a good match. So I feel like whoever the Eight of Wands is that nudges the King of Cups, this is somebody who has some sort of reason to believe that the two people that aren't talking to each other would be happy. This person could also know about this Queen of Swords in the reverse and not find that to be a good person. Just depends on whether or not that Queen of Swords in the reverse is on the Empress side or the Emperor side. Okay. I think that's pretty clear. Anyone want to make a guess? What do you see there? We got somebody making the effort. So yeah, I would say expect communication because somebody's finally listening to their intuition after somebody makes fun of them for not. We just got to be aware of somebody from the past potentially causing some issues. They don't want to let go yet. And they are threatened by you. I do feel like they know this other love interest. So their King of Cups energy, keep in mind that there is somebody who supports this and somebody who wants to maybe derail it. So be cautious. Yes. And how fake they are. All right, you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. You're the best. Love you. I will see you on the next reading. Doodles.